Hey everyone, it's Alexander, the real Mr. Robinson. Welcome to the channel, and this is my review for Old, which is the latest movie to be written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and it's the first word that comes to mind when I have to tell myself over and over again that I am now 30. Man, I am old. But enough of my quarter-life crisis. The movie is about a family, two kids and their parents, who head to this very nice island resort. They go there for a vacation, and they find out that there's a small, isolated section of the beach that is a top secret. So they decide to go there, but soon they find out that there are other people that have discovered this spot, so maybe it's not all that secret. However, because it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, things are not as they appear to be. The characters aren't allowed to leave the beach because of some bizarre force that blacks them out and just sends them right back to the beach. And some of the kids start to age rapidly. Like this is like in Interstellar, where they go to the planet where 1 hour equals 7 years on Earth. The characters start to age drastically, and it's literally a race against time to try to get off the beach before they all die of old age. So if this were the late 2000s or early 2010s, I would have groaned at the fact that this is an M. Night movie. But starting in 2015 with The Visit, he started to really pick himself up again. I thought The Visit was a really fun surprise. Split, I didn't love like so many other people out there, but there are parts of the movie that I legitimately do like. So I thought, okay, M. Night's back to being a really good director. And then he made Glass, and I thought to myself, well, shit. It's not one of his worst movies, but it's certainly a massive step down. And that's kind of how I feel about Old, except I actually think I like Old a little more than Glass. Maybe it's not for the right reasons, but Glass I found to be incredibly boring. It was pretty much a lecture on all things comic books that we all know. It's basically comic book history 101, and it's just so boring to watch. This movie isn't so much boring as it is hilarious. It's not the Happening levels of hilariously bad. What? No ma'am. But it certainly doesn't help that it's supposed to be a thriller or a horror movie, and all the stuff that's supposed to be scary ends up being funny. And most of it really has to do with character reactions. The characters do not act like real people most of the time. The first major death of the movie has a reaction from a character that made me go, wow, you didn't give a shit about this person at all. It's the head that bobbles up to that kid that you see in the trailer. That's the first death of the movie. And you have a character that just looks at the body and goes, damn. Like, really? You see a dead body there, it's of somebody that you know, and that's your reaction? I don't even know how to further elaborate on that. That is just such a nonchalant reaction to somebody that you know dying. And that's not really good for the type of movie that this is. There's another section of the movie that had me laughing hard when our characters try to figure out what exactly is going on. It involves the main characters and their kids. They start to age at an accelerated rate where they're now mid to late teenagers. And about 3 times throughout this movie, the mother is convinced that it's some sort of virus that's affecting these kids because they don't feel like themselves. I'm like, what kind of virus is causing your kids to grow at an accelerated rate? Now, if she had said that one time, I would have been like, okay, you're freaking out, you don't quite know what's going on, so maybe you're trying to come to the most logical conclusion. I can understand that. But when she says it about 3 times, I'm just thinking to myself, stop it, please. You're making yourself look like an idiot by coming to that same conclusion. Some characters act in very over-the-top and comical ways. And again, they're trying to be threatening. And the movie does have a twist because, you know, it's an M. Night movie, so you gotta have a moment in this film where you go, what a twist! And the twist is kind of underwhelming. It's not terrible, it's not something just out of nowhere. They do set it up, but I could kind of tell what was going on behind the scenes with this twist within the first 5 minutes, because it's not telegraphed in the most subtle way possible. And when the actual twist happens, it still left me confused on why we got to this certain point. So it's just kind of a weird movie. I think it's bad overall, but unlike Glass, which was boring, I mean, there are the hilarious moments that kept me entertained, but I think there are a few clever ideas here and there. The idea of being trapped in an enclosed space to where you can't escape and you know you're going to be dead within a matter of hours if you don't get out had some potential to be rather frightening. And I think there are a few moments between the main characters and their kids that are very heartfelt and genuine. You have a couple that is on the rocks in terms of their relationship, and they know things aren't really working out. This is all before they get to the beach. So they try to treat their kids to one final family vacation. And I feel like there could have been a lot of potential for that story. And sometimes I'll admit that it works. But most of the time you're just so distracted by all the unintentionally funny moments that that story involving the family kind of gets pushed to the side and only pops up when it's convenient. So I guess I'd rate this as I would with any movie that conflicts me. Watch at your own risk, because apparently it's getting okay reviews. Some people really like it, some people don't like it, but I don't think there's any flat out hatred towards this movie. Again, I like this a lot better than Glass, but I feel like it could have been a lot better. Maybe if I watched this movie a second time, I would get a much bigger appreciation for it and maybe like it more. Or maybe I might dislike it more, who knows. But for right now, I'm just leaving it to your own decision. If you think this movie looks intriguing and you want to see it, then go for it. If you think this looks goofy and ridiculous despite being a thriller, then I wouldn't really recommend going out to see it. So that's what I say. Just watch at your own risk. And there you go. That's my review for M. Night Shyamalan's Old. I hope you enjoyed it. And now I want to know what you guys think about the movie. If you've seen it, what did you think? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one. Hello everyone, I just wanted to say thank you all for watching my review for Old. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button to get notifications. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, go check out my Twitch channel, and support me on Patreon. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, have a good day, and take care of yourselves.